Mistakes. What are actually mistakes, huh? What are actually mistakes? It has been planted in our mind that the mistake is something which is wrong, which we are not supposed to do in our life, isn't it? Isn't it? It is something which we shouldn't be doing in our life, which is wrong, which is not right according to many people, according to the major population, isn't it? Yeah, isn't it? But what is the actual meaning of mistake? Let me show you. The actual meaning of mistake is doing something which you haven't done before. Yeah, that's the actual meaning of mistake. Mistake is something which you haven't tried before. Mistake is something new. So why it has implanted in our mind that the mistake is something bad? Why it has implanted in our mind that we shouldn't do any mistake in our life? Is it bad to do something new in our life? Absolutely not. It doesn't matter it's good or bad. The thing is, we should try new things in life. We should do mistakes. And until unless we are not doing mistakes, how can you say that you're learning new things? I've heard a quote in my life, like past 2-3 years ago. It was like a person who is not doing any mistake is not actually going. And I was be like, I haven't done any mistake in my life. Doesn't mean that I'm not growing. That was the biggest question at that time which I was facing in my life. And suddenly, when I got to realize, and after some time, I just dropped that thought. I'd be like, these type of things used to happen in life. Why should I give so much of my attention to this? And after some times, I got to realize, okay, what is actually the mistake? Because after some time, this thought again dropped on my mind. And you know what actually happened? I go and search the meaning of mistake first. And that day, I got to realize, okay, why they were saying that doing mistake is good. Actually, the mistake is not something wrong, my buddies. Mistake is just one thing when you try to do something new in our life. Until and unless you're not doing mistake, that's what I was saying, that you can't grow. Because mistake is the first step to grow in your life. Until and unless you can't try anything new in your life, how can you show that you are growing? Like you are doing same thing before and you are doing same thing now. What's different between two things? They both are equally same. They actually don't have any value until you try something new in your life. Like mistakes are the building blocks. Mistake is the first step of our life. Until and unless you are not doing mistakes, you're the person who haven't thought of what to do in their life. And if a person is not thinking what they have to do in their life, they are just gonna fuck off. Yeah, and that's bitter truth. And this is where I got to know what is the actual power of execution. This topic is not going to consume you a lot of time, but telling you what is actually the execution. Execution is doing something. Matlab, one thought came in your mind and you're just putting it into the action. At that time, past 3 years ago, I didn't put my thoughts into the action of what is actual meaning of mistakes, and I did the biggest mistake of not doing a mistake. Yeah, that's true. I have done the biggest mistake in my life, and that was not doing the mistake. And if I have not done that mistake at that time, might be I have done a lot of mistakes till now. Yeah, in a good way. So the execution have a very good part in this. And now, when someone used to ask me, "Have you done any mistake in your life?" I'd be like, "Absolutely, my guys. I have done a lot of mistakes in my life, and I'm actually proud of that." Because doing mistake is something which makes you bigger, which makes you grow, and which makes you to help others, help yourself, help your thoughts, help yourself to execute things. Mistakes is the first building block, as I've said before. So just go further. Do mistakes, have mistakes, learn how to do new mistakes. This is a good quote by James Clear, which is like one of my favorite quote ever. It's on habit. Like, if you do something for one day, it's a mistake. If you do that same thing for 2 continuation days, it's a beginning of new habit. And that was the time when I started thinking about what is actually mistake, and I googled it on. So yeah, do mistakes. Mistakes make you bigger. Mistakes just make you grow. Mistakes are the biggest blessing for us. And if you want to know how to do mistakes in your life, how to do new things in your life. Just go for that, yaar. Why you are even thinking what is heaven, what is gonna happen in life, what is going to la. Hold your breath, think about it, and go for that. We are having only limited time in this universe, and we shouldn't be wasting it on thinking what should we do. Is it good to do that? Is it good to do that? And if it is better to do one thing rather than thinking of 10 things. It is better to go in straight path in one direction rather than just having 10 rounds of a circle. Did you get that? Did you get that? The more far you go in one direction, if you put more efforts in one direction, it is like, so most probably right now you have understood what is actually the power of mistake. And the thing is, I haven't thought of making this video. I just opened my camera and trying to survive, showing my views on the topic and seeing whatever is coming in my subconscious mind. And according to me, doing mistake is the biggest blessing I have ever got in my life. Like, biggest blessing ever. Thank you so much for your time. See you again.